Hey there, how much is a customer worth to you? I'm going to show you lifetime value of the client and why it can benefit and why it's a must for your agency. My name is Craig Pretzinger. In this video, we're going to talk about lifetime value of a customer for insurance P&C agents. Now, this is a business metric that you're going to look at in any business because it's going to help with your marketing and what you can spend. But before we get into all that, let's look at number one, how to calculate it and how you got to use this information so that it can increase your profits. Sound good? Let's dive in.
Insurance dudes are on a mission to escape being handcuffed by our agencies.
How? By uncovering the secrets to creating a predictable, consistent, and profitable agency sales machine.
I am Craig Pretzinger.
I am Jason Feldman.
We are agents.
We are insurance dudes.
Right now, while it's fresh in your mind, check out live.teledudes.com.
We took our notes from over 100 interviews with top agents from around the country and made it into a live webcast.
Using these strategies led Craig and I to selling more than $10 million in premium in the last 2 years.
On this call, you'll receive the exact blueprint to get the same results.
Just go to live.teledudes.com to register for this upcoming Tuesday's live call with us.
If you jump on this call with us, we're certain 2022 will be an absolutely fantastic year for you.
See you there.
All right. So the first thing we're going to look at is what is lifetime value of a customer or a client? And we should be saying client, right? Because a client is under the care and guidance of a trusted advisor versus the other end of it. Customer is more of a transactional thing. Now, the mind of the consumer, insurance is very transactional. So we have to create this relational experience. And often it's going to start transactionally. But let's look at that lifetime value. So what is it? Lifetime value is the sum of all of the revenue that that customer client is going to generate over the course of them being with you. Now we can figure this out using our retention number, right? So for every retention percentage, there's a certain number of renewals that are going to occur, right? And it doesn't matter whether it's a 6-month renewal or a 1-year renewal. You can actually figure out based on your retention how many renewals you're going to have. So for example, if you have an 80% renewal or 80% retention rate, it's going to be about 4 renewals. That's just the math on it, right? So I love using these kinds of numbers or these business metrics in order to figure out where we are with our clients and then ultimately what we can afford to spend, right? So what's critical here is first, once we calculate that lifetime value, it enables us to properly figure out how much we can market. How much is that? Well, let's look at that. First, calculating lifetime value, very simple. You're going to take whatever your new business, right? So a lot of agents have a higher new business on the front end and then some sort of trail on the back. So let's say you have a 15% on the front for new business, and then it's 10 on all of the subsequent renewals. Once we know what our retention is, and we can figure out exactly how many times this thing is going to renew, now we're able to, from that, sort of predict the amount that we're going to receive from that client, right? So if over the course of our book, our retention is 80%, and we have those metrics as what we're going to get paid in revenue from our carrier, then we add it all together, right? So if we know that it's 4 or 5 renewals, we're going to add 5 times that renewal amount, and we're going to take that new business, we're going to put it on there. Now that's going to come out to a number, right? So let's say that number is $1,500, right? So the lifetime value of a new customer, $1,500. Okay. We know that over the course of however long that is, we're going to receive $1,500. Well, what does that enable us to do? Once we know what our lifetime value is, we can then basically forecast how much we can spend because we can spend up to the amount of that lifetime value and we are still in the black. And that's where we want to be, right? So some folks will look at us like we're crazy, like, why would you do that? I'm only getting this much in this month. I don't know if that person's going to stay. Well, you do based on your historical data. We know how long they're going to stay because of our retention. We know from the retention how many renewals that is. And we know over the course of this time, this is going to happen. So what's beautiful about it is it enables us to spend way more than we thought we could. As an agent for a very long time, had no concept of lifetime value, didn't even think about it. It was basically money out, and I would consider it spend, not investment. So I'd spend that money. We didn't get it back right at the beginning. Often there's a little bit of lag between spending and the sales, but then we're even taking into account the renewals. And what that does when we pour the gas on it and actually spend up to that lifetime value, it enables us to grow faster, right? And speed is everything in this game. In business, speed is what takes us to wealth much quicker. So that's why lifetime value is so important. We're going to look at the other side of the equation in the next playbook. Hopefully this is helpful. If it was, tell your friends, tell everybody to jump on here and listen to this. We appreciate you. Thanks for following the Insurance Dudes. Hey, what are you still doing here?
Well, while you're still here and while it's fresh in your mind, check out live.teledudes.com.
Yeah, if you weren't listening before, we took notes from over 100 interviews with top agents from around the country and made it into a live webcast.
Using these strategies did help Craig and I write over 10 million in premium in the last couple years.
And let me tell you, on this call, you'll receive the exact blueprint to get the very same results.
Again, that's live.teledudes.com to register for this upcoming Tuesday's live call with us.
And if you jump on with us, we are certain 2022 will be an absolutely fantastic year for you.
See you there.